reserve a point of order on the gentleman's amendment.
A point of order is reserved. The gentleman from Wisconsin is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In central and northern Wisconsin, logging is an incredibly important industry for our community and for our economy. And in Mosinee, Wisconsin, we have a very large paper mill. And a vast majority of the wood that feeds that paper mill comes from northern Wisconsin. And what happens is the wood is harvested in northern Wisconsin, and it comes down Highway 51, where the weight limits for our trucks is 98,000 pounds. But in Wausau, Wisconsin, Highway 51 turns into I-39. And it's at that time that the weight limits go from 98,000 pounds down to 80,000 pounds. And at that point, those logging trucks are still 12 miles away from their destination, the paper mill. And so what happens is our logging trucks go off the interstate and go on to our back roads, through our communities and through our neighborhoods, through downtown, where we have very populated areas and much narrower roads, all so they can make it to the paper mill. What my amendment would do would allow for a 12-mile extension, so those trucks can come from our forests in northern Wisconsin and stay on the freeway that extra 12 miles to get to the paper mill. This amendment is an amendment that affects the safety of my community and my constituents, and it would have a small impact on our economy, so those trucks have a straight route to the paper mill. So with that, I would ask that my colleagues support my amendment. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman may not reserve.
I yield back the balance.
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Iowa is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I make a point of order against the amendment because it proposes to change existing law and constitutes legislation in an appropriation bill and therefore violates Clause 2 of Rule 21. The rule states in the pertinent part, an amendment to a general appropriation bill shall not be in order if changing existing law. The amendment directly amends existing law and is not merely perfecting to the existing text of the bill. And I ask for a ruling of the chair.
Mr. Chairman, could
Does anyone else wish to speak on the point of order?
I would, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman is recognized for.
What I would just ask then is that the chairman and the ranking member, when this goes to conference committee, if they would consider the issue that I brought up today and consider my constituents and the safety of my constituents in central and northern Wisconsin. And with that, I would withdraw my amendment.
Is there objection to withdrawing the amendment? Hearing none, the amendment is withdrawn. The clerk will read.